Hi guys, welcome to a short tutorial on setting up news in Snowline. There's two types of news that you have available for your club. You can have a must-read, large pop-up news type, or you can have a more subtle slide in from the right just to let your members know that there's some news, and then if they're interested they can click on it and read it. And as you set your news up, you can put in the dates, so you can have something show up at the time of your choosing and go away at the time of your choosing. And if you're a division, then you can have your news element actually pushed down to the clubs. And I guess the only note of caution is just manage your news carefully so you have very little ever showing up because nobody really likes pop-ups. So what does it look like? So here I am logging in and there's a pop-up. It's large, it takes up the screen, grays everything else out, and the only way past is to close. And a slider, if I'm home, after 1 second pause, it shows up on the right hand side, and there's two news elements here, and if I want to just dismiss it, I can. Or if I actually want to read it, then I can press read. Down here I click read, and then there's the content of the news element. So how do we set that up? If you're an administrator, you go to Tools, Club Admin, Club Setup, News Setup. We get a list of the news elements that have been set up for my club, and we also see the news elements of my parent. So here's one that's been set up by National. That was the first one that came up. And if we go to look at that, we can see it, but we can't make changes to it. Everything is grayed out. As you can see here, you've got the ability to use highlighting and bolding and basic standard sort of word processing kind of functions. If it's one that we've set up, then we can look at that. Like I'm logged in as Silverstar, so that's Silverstar. And if I go to look at that one, then now everything is not grayed out, and I can go ahead and make my changes. So here's the types. It's either a pop-up or a slider. And if I'm a division, I can push it downwards. And if I want to make some changes, I can just do that. And now my text has been changed. There's the dates, so I want it to show up at midnight of July the 19th, and I want it to go away at midnight of July the 30th. So that's how you set it up. So, and the last thing is to see news, other than logging in, is you can go to your sort of personal items and go to news, and then there's all of your news items in order by the most recently posted comes first, and then it goes downhill from there. So that's it. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always contact me.